and it either sort of bangs into it and knocks that bit off, or it almost welds itself to it and then it breaks off again. And that's what's happening all the time. All these little peaks are sort of welding themselves together and breaking themselves off on a microscopic kind of scale because there's no lubricant to keep them apart. If we've got enough lubricant in there, they don't actually ever touch, okay, and we don't have a problem. Now what we want, the type of lubricant we want, okay, is film lubrication, okay. So the shaft starts moving, okay, it doesn't need to draw that one, okay, and boundary lubricant starts moving, got boundary lubrication there, okay, and then what happens is, as we get the oil spread round, we get a situation like that, okay, and that's known as film lubrication. Hopefully it says at the bottom. Okay, yeah, so you could actually draw both of them if you want. Boundary lubrication, start at the end. Well, that might be a good thing better to do, isn't it?
You've got another one.
See, the problem is every time we start and every time we stop and every time we accelerate and we decelerate, we go away from film lubrication, we get boundary lubrication. If we get boundary lubrication, okay, the peaks of the shaft and the bearing, like I drew on here, start contacting each other, welding each other together, shearing off. That's what the friction is. We get heat build up, okay, and we get wear. So you only actually get wear when you've got boundary lubrication. If you've got film lubrication, everything's lovely. Okay. I don't know what the next slide is, so then we don't tell me what slide is. Okay, so there are certain factors that affect performance, okay? We've mentioned a couple, right? So factors that affect the performance is we're not outside, the oil is going to be thin because it's going to be a lot warmer. Because temperature affects the viscosity of liquid. Now it affects some liquids more than others, okay? If oil gets hot, okay, it gets less viscous, it gets thinner. If it gets cold, it gets more viscous, it gets thicker, okay? Now if we fly to hot places, okay, and our oil is very hot and we start our engine, we're in Dubai and we started our engine's running, so the engine oil's getting hot anyway and the air temperature's hot and it's hot outside and everything like that. The oil gets very hot, so therefore it gets very thin. Whereas if we're going to start our engine in Moscow and it's very cold, it's very thick, it's very viscous. Okay? So what do we want from our oil? We want it not to change very much. We don't want its viscosity to be affected